And just thinking about where we are today in history with the vice president and what the women on Long Island went through just to make sure we had a voice in politics at all.
Exactly.
I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon.
And we're here to spill the tea. Long Island Tea. Another week of Long Island Tea podcast.
Yay, we're back.
We're back. Sharon.
You're back.
I'm
awesome.
back. I have missed you so much.
Oh, I missed you too.
I had straight FOMO last week.
I know.
But I was so proud.
They were so awesome.
Oh my God, I tuned in and it was cool to be like an actual listener, viewer.
Right?
I watched you guys on YouTube.
So cute.
Yeah. Everybody did such a good job and it was so cute and I loved learning more about Catherine and Bree.
Wasn't that awesome?
I mean,
like their little tidbits?
Yeah, I feel like I know them, but then I learned more about them. So cute. And they're so talented. And now my whole family and I also follow Catherine's dog on Instagram. Peach _ calf.
She's so cute.
I'm doing myself a disservice because I showed it to my daughters after I saw the podcast and they were like, why are you doing this to us, Mom?
Because they wanted the same dog,
it's
right?
Cute. It's like a stuffed animal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like every
fake.
little girl's dream of a puppy that's just, Kinsey was like, I'm going to take one. I want her to be named Elle. Because she's obsessed with Legally Blonde.
Yes.
And it get a bows. I was like, oh, God. And I'm thinking like, yes.
Right.
So cute.
She's so cute. She's adorable. She just celebrated 6 months.
I know. Anyway, but it was fun to take some time off. And so people know I was actually on vacation.
Right.
I took a vacation.
You took a vacation.
I went on a plane.
That's amazing.
So
you go, girl.
Yeah, that was the first time in a year.
I know.
And over a year, and I went back home to Arizona to see my family. I didn't want to tell people before because there's safety stuff and you don't want to tell people what you're doing. But it was amazing, and it was so nice to just disconnect. Get some of that sunshine that you love. That I'm always like, I don't need the sunshine. I love winter. And then I went back there. I was like, oh,
there it is.
Palm trees.
Missed you.
75. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Yeah. What I think we spoke at one point. You're like, it's a little chilly. It's like 70. I'm like,
I know.
What?
Yeah, I know. And we went to the Grand Canyon in Sedona, and it was so fun. And then and again, I was able to kind of like watch everything happening back at the office, but not have to. Like I was trying to disconnect.
Yeah, definitely, because it's important.
And plus, you guys had it all totally under control. Yeah. It was so hard not to micromanage. I was like, you guys are doing the podcast.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Do you need help? Do you want me to look at the script, or do you need to like help you with some questions, or whatever? You're like, nope.
Got it.
I'm like, okay. Are you sure?
But how funny was it that Alyssa and I had the exact same plan without even speaking to each other?
Very
that
cute.
Cool.
That's the way this team works.
Yeah.
This whole team is like up in each other's heads.
It's awesome.
Which is why, our teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
And then I came back from being on the plane and, of course, quarantined. Right. Did your whole safety thing and before I could come back to work. So today is the first day I've seen you.
I know.
In over a week. It's been crazy.
It's been a week. We do, right? Been a week.
I can't. And it has been a week. It's been a week plus, almost 2 weeks actually. Yeah. And today we're doing this podcast again. I'm so glad to be back with you.
I know.
But we're not drinking wine. I'm sorry.
I know. It's okay.
Because it has been, when you take a vacation, you pay for it.
Definitely. You need a vacation from your vacation
for it
all the time.
Before and after. Remember right before I was like, stress level 10. Oh my
God.
Trying to get everything ready. And then you come back and you're like, it's like just a tsunami of stuff, which is good because we're super busy.
We're busy, and we're all doing different things. It's funny.
And we're still down a position that we're working on hiring, which you announced in your tea a couple weeks ago, which was awesome. And we're moving through that process, but it's a lot. So I have a lot of work to do today. Yeah. And I'm like, as much as I love drinking wine on this podcast, it's like, then I'm done.
Right.
There's no more work.
Right. We leave. We're done.
There's no more work. I learned a long time ago to not respond to emails or anything.
Right.
So once you crack that, to have your first sip of wine, you don't want to be working or responding to messages after that. So that, and B, you'll totally laugh at this, but I'm doing this bar challenge.
Right.
And supposed to do 15 classes a month.
It's insane.
And February, A, was a short month.
Right.
And then B, I was out of town
2 weeks,
for a week and then quarantined. So I did as many classes as I could before I left, and now I have like literally 2 more classes I have to do.
I
gotta squeak them in.
Yeah, you have to.
So I have to go to bar tonight to make
There's no way you're going to bar drinking wine.
No, you can't go to bar after you drink wine. And P.S. just this really ridiculous extensive challenge. There's no prize or anything. Like, nah.
Well, it's a prize for yourself.
It's just
an accomplishment.
It's just because somebody random was like, there's going to be a challenge. Yeah. I'm like, okay, taken. Yeah. Like, why?
Do it. You won't.
And then I alter my entire life around it.
Yeah. Because it's important
as though it matters.
It does. It does matter. It's important to you. It's like an accomplishment. You want to make sure you. It's
one of those crazy psycho flaws or whatever attributes that somebody I love a challenge of any kind.
You do love a challenge, and I love that
and
about
I'm like,
you.
Did you say I can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing this. So thank you for bearing with me. So in this amazing tea cup of ours, which I love, our new adorable Long Island tea mugs made by Simply Made Greetings, who, again, I love them.
They're adorable.
Is a Diet Coke.
Okay. Mine is water.
Yeah. So should anyone want to know how big these cups are, the full 12-ounce can fit right in here.
Oh, with some room, right?
Yeah, with some room. So that could be a beer.
Yeah.
Or a White Claw.
Yeah.
Or, of course, just if you're having wine or coffee.
Yeah.
You're over 12 ounces in this. It carries a lot.
It does. You ever had a Moscow Mule?
I love Moscow
Mules.
Mules.
I don't like them. I wish I did.
Oh, they're so refreshing.
That's it. Everybody's like, oh, they're amazing. So I try them every time. They're made differently everywhere. But
you're making me think we got to branch out from even wine and just have like, a beverage of the week. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll talk to maybe.
Because we have breweries. We have Live Vodka.
We should talk to Breakthrough. Or whatever
distillery,
or something, or just our partners, whatever. But because there are so many, like you said, there's so many breweries, there's so many distilleries around Long Island.
It's amazing.
It's not just wine. I mean, there's Long Island vodka, there's like whiskey, there's a new distillery in Patchogue where the old Blue Point brewery was, because they moved into a big giant,
right? Because they got so big,
fancy pants place. So now there's one. I don't know what it is. We should go there.
Yeah.
We should. You know what? We should have to go check them out first.
That's all. It's just test drive,
quality control.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so it's great to be back, and I guess I missed the how you doing. I'm out of practice. How you doing?
How you doing?
My dad called me because we got used to seeing each other every day in Arizona. So he's been calling me every single day since I got back, which is cute. But he called me the other day. I'm like, how you doing? And he just cracks up every time.
Does he listen?
No.
Yeah.
He did. We had it on. And on our vacation, we were like playing pool. We rented an awesome Airbnb with like a huge game room because we're trying to be safe again, traveling and trying to rent houses or whatever. And it had a TV, so I put the podcast up, so cool. and he was watching it. So I mean, we kind of did it,
right?
But the attention span, and it's also weird. Like, watch me.
Well, what's funny? Some people actually love watching it, and some people love listening to it, and some people just don't even like talk radio. So it's okay,
Right? Whatever. You do you.
Yeah.
You can do Long Island TV.
Yeah, which is fun.
Which is only less than 10 minutes each time.
I talked about it last week, but I still can't get over the amount of work that goes into that.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see. I know.
I was floored by it.
So yeah, you filled in on Long Island TV for me too.
That was so fun.
And with Bree, which was great.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah, those things are a bear.
It's a bear, absolutely. For a minute, 7 to 10 minute video, you're out there all day, and it's stressful.
It's a lot.
So surprised.
Trying to think of what to say. Now when you see the bloopers on Long Island TV, they're for real. I'm standing there like trying to figure out what to say.
And then you're like, are you ready? Because I did that to Chris all day. And he's like, Kristen does the same thing because I'm ready. I'm ready for him. And he's like, not ready yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
It takes, for Chris, it's a process. Yeah. Like he's got to get the lens and the filter and the lighting. The
lighting was horrible.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see that. I know it's coming out, I think, tomorrow. The episode, which is so fun.
It's so fun. I'm excited.
I know. I'm excited too. And it's really nice to be able to have an awesome team that can totally fill in, pick up the torch and run with it. And it allows everybody here to take their time. That's one of the things I do love about our team is everybody's so cross-trained and cross-promoted.
Yeah, exactly.
And really helps each other out. So thank you. And then also, so we just wrapped Black History Month, which was amazing, I thought.
I thought we did amazing things.
I loved it. I learned so much.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I learned so much the whole month long.
Which is the purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Which is the purpose
education.
of Black History Month, I think, is education, enlightenment, all those things. And we did, we had a couple of guests in here. We had a whole TV show segment about it. And the museums that we went to. I learned so much. It was awesome. And then one of the things we did is, remember we announced on the show, is we had a Black-owned business grant for $5,000, up to $5,000 for businesses to join Discover Long Island.
So awesome.
And we maxed out.
Oh my gosh!
I
really?
know. I'm going to read these. I'm going to try to read without my glasses. And I'm going to read you our new partners of Discover Long Island. These are all Black-owned businesses here on Long Island, which I'm so excited about. Obviously, Black-owned Long Island, which is our good friend Alicia. And Sugared Beauty Bar, Down the Rabbit Hole Wine Boutique, which, I mean,
we love.
We've been like crazy touting them. Travel by Design, Long Island African American Chamber of Commerce, which is just a huge resource.
Yeah,
of
that's
anything.
huge.
Yeah, they're going to be just an awesome resource for us. Next Generation Long Island, MRV Group. Winnie's Soul Food, which, I loved and so cute. And I'm still thinking about that food. The African American Museum of Nassau County, which we featured on Long Island TV. It was on News 12 again today. I was so like, cool. We did it.
Yeah, we got there first.
I know, but it's great that everybody's covering them. To be honest, the more coverage they get,
need it.
Oh, it's just such a hidden gem.
Exactly, it's so hidden and it's amazing. Like, the artifacts.
It's right there on Franklin Street, but it's like, people don't realize what's inside and the history of the building itself. Anyway, amazing. Edna White Coaching and Consulting. I feel like I should call her right now. I don't know what she coaches and consults, but I'll take any advice I can get these days. I'm going to call anybody. Edna, I'm calling you. Chef Keith and Kids. That sounds adorable. Quintessential Lifestyles. Oh gosh. Oli Fantasy. I need to get a description of what all these are. We're going to put them on our, we'll put them all in the notes with links so that you can see them. Helena's Homemade and the Best Goodie Bag Inc.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. You know what? Don't underestimate a goodie bag.
Right? Seriously. It's all about the packaging.
Goodie bags are critical.
They
are.
are.
And it's like when I was telling you last week, I was telling you a story and I was like, oh, and thank God I had a gift closet to take a quick gift out of. And you were like, you have a gift closet?
I think that's amazing. That's
yeah. I learned that from Oprah like 20 years ago.
That is so funny.
Oprah's like, I learned so much from Oprah.
Right.
Did you ever watch
Yes.
Oprah's?
Everybody's watched
I still
Oprah.
miss her. Like, I get it. She's like a little, Oprah's like, oh my God, I'm the queen. But she really is the queen.
She is. It turns out.
I learned so much. So I learned ever since watching her show, I have a gift closet always where I'll just pick up like
random.
If there's a sale at Bath and Body Works, I'll get a bunch of soaps or candles, or if there's something cute at TJ Maxx, like, they have the little gift sets stuff for Chris. Anyway, I always pick up a bunch of little stuff, even like sometimes earrings, because your kids or you're somebody, they're like, oh, I have a party, forgot to tell you, or somebody wants to come over, or you need something quick. So I had a gift closet. Let's see what else.
It's so funny. I'm too selfish for that.
You want it?
I want it for myself. I'm like, oh, I love this lotion. I'll take it. It's fine. No, nobody wants it but me.
Yeah. Well, I was doing that with the Divine Bath and Body products that we showcased the other day. I was like, I'll take all these. Here's a little hand sanitizer for you.
That's so funny. Like, this is mine, thanks.
I know. I was like, I'll take these. So I have that in me too. But sometimes, it's come in handy so many times.
You've told me a couple stories where you're like, thank God.
The gift closet. One of them, it was like the lady was coming over on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I just made some mac and cheese for you and the girls. I'm like, that is the kindest, most thoughtful thing. So thank God I had a gift closet and had like some New Year's soaps from Bath and Body Works. I was like, perfect. What else did Oprah teach me? Oprah taught me, if in like your guest bathroom, you never want to borrow soap, especially this is pre-COVID.
Yeah.
No one wants to touch your bar of soap.
Right.
You need to have the pump.
Yeah.
But this was a long time ago when that was still kind of new. And then offline, I'll tell you what she taught me about your pillows, because let me tell you, when your pillow turns yellow, there was a microscope of what's in there. No.
So you renew
you
your
don't
pillow
want to know.
like every so often.
I'm obsessed with buying new pillows, and it makes my family insane because they're like really, I get the new ones all the time. They're fluffy. And as soon as they start getting like, small or yellowish, I ditch them. And they're like, that's the way I like my pillow. It's comfortable. It fits my face. I'm like, too bad.
Yeah,
I'm
garbage.
like, you want me to break out the microscope and show you what's in there? You don't want to know.
No.
So cheers, Oprah.
Yeah.
Cheers to Oprah.
Right.
But now it's a new month.
It's March.
Which is?
Women's History Month.
Yeah. Women's History Month. Alyssa put herstory. Herstory. I love that. Clever.
She's so smart.
She put together this incredible list of facts and figures for us about Long Island history for women, and we're like, whoa.
It's like unbelievable.
I don't know.
You don't even know where to start.
Exactly. I mean, first of all, the biggest thing that happened this year for women in history, which this kind of leads to, is Kamala Harris.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I mean, whether or not, whatever your politics, she's the first female vice president, and that's enormous. That's huge. And like she said, she's the first, but she won't be the last.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of inroads for women right there.
Definitely. What was that thing? It was like a tagline that was going around when she won. It was like,
there's glass everywhere.
There's glass everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, but when you think about, and some of the stuff that Alyssa gave us today, when you think about her being the first female vice president and how far we've come from just over 100 years ago when women didn't even have the right to vote.
Right.
I mean, and some of the facts and figures that Alyssa gave us and about the women's suffrage movement that took place here on Long Island.
Right on Long Island.
A lot of the women from Long Island were instrumental in allowing women the right to vote and really went to great lengths and they call it suffrage because they suffered.
Yeah, definitely. I think she gave me some really good facts. One of the ones that she had called attention to was a mother-daughter duo, which I thought was so cute. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Harriet Stanton Blatch. They had summer homes in Shoreham. Elizabeth was the author of the Declaration of Sentiments, which expanded on the Declaration of Independence, highlighting rights that men had, such as the right to vote, control of their wages, and property ownership.
Wow, that's a lot.
That was a lot.
I get Sharon. I'm like, I that seems
she collaborated with Susan B. Anthony.
Ooh,
which is awesome.
A lot of them did. Alyssa's like, nope, all of them. They all
did.
Yeah,
okay.
they all did.
Right.
Yeah, and I think there was a lot. You're right. There's that cute mother-daughter duo. There's Mary Louise Booth, who has a house dedicated to her on Main Street in Yaphank, who did a lot of stuff. She's the writer of the history of the city of New York, which was internationally recognized, and she received letters from Abraham Lincoln.
Amazing.
Which is, it's a big deal. I was listening to that podcast I love, the Long Island History Project.
I do too now. They're so awesome.
I love them. They have an Instagram too, which
so
I now
cute.
follow.
I love it.
But they had a lady on there. They have a segment called Women's History on Long Island, and they had a lady on there she's a retired professor from Hofstra University.
Right.
And I loved her story because she said, she wrote this whole book about women, history making women on Long Island. And she says it was not easy to find because back then women were behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People didn't write history about women. Not that they weren't instrumental.
Right.
Not that they weren't doing things, but people just didn't write about it back then. It wasn't a thing. And they said, oh, well, what inspired you to write this book? And she goes, well, I was a professor at Hofstra and I taught both she taught women's history and then she taught Long Island history.
Right.
Or women's studies and Long Island history. And one of her students one day raised a hand and said, why aren't there any women in the Long Island history text? And she's like, I was actually embarrassed in that moment. Like, why have I not ever noticed that?
Or even thought, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even as women, we're like, oh, yeah, what? Didn't think of that.
Right.
And so she wrote this great book. But it's almost like we were talking about like Black History Month. It's still being discovered and uncovered so much of our history.
It's so much education behind it all over, Black history, women's history. I think it's amazing that we have so much here on Long Island. And, for us to be able to tell that story.
Yeah, and we're going to do it.
Add to it,
Yeah, and we're going to do it the entire month of March because it's Women's History Month.
Yeah.
And that just like Black History Month doesn't mean the only time we're going to talk about women throughout the year. Right. But it's just, it gives us the platform
to highlight,
to educate and highlight and have people learn something about women from Long Island that have been instrumental. I mean, there are so many women today who are just like blow my mind here. We talked about it, I think our first episode, like the top 50 women in business.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're gonna start lining them up as guests.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think there's a lot of cool current stories. Yeah. But again, just thinking about where we are today in history with the vice president and what the women on Long Island went through, just to make sure we had a voice in politics at all.
Exactly.
So what was the other one? There was one about the Vanderbilt.
I know, I was just looking
all the Vanderbilt Belmont, which let me tell you, she married into. She's Vanderbilt Belmont. She's
stepped in it, huh?
Yeah, she married well. She was raised well and married well. But she founded the Political Equality League.
Do it.
Yeah, which was. Are you putting your glasses on? Which was formed to secure votes for New York State politicians. But the cool thing about her is that she was very well-to-do and very rich, obviously, because her name was Vanderbilt Belmont.
Right.
But she spent a lot of her millions to help women who had been arrested in the suffrage movement or to encourage African Americans to get involved in the movement. And she would have like soirees at her mansions.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So
she,
amazing.
I mean, back then, again, that's pretty... it's pretty rare to find someone to spend their money and millions to do that. And then Alyssa really loved this part of the story. She was married to William Vanderbilt and divorced him for being unfaithful at a time when divorce was rare.
Wow.
Especially back then. Like, people were like, I mean, I think it was like a given.
Yeah.
People were going to be unfaithful back then. You're like, okay. Especially in that circle. If you've seen The Great Gatsby. Right. That's all I know about
exactly.
That's how I picture all of the Vanderbilts and Belmonts back then. But
it's amazing.
So trailblazer lady.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Want to talk about the women pioneers and leaders?
Sure.
We have Alicia Patterson, publisher, founder of Newsday.
Yeah, cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the first newspapers. And the publisher today is still a woman. Our good friend Debbie Krennic.
I know.
Who I love.
I know. We love Debbie.
She's just such, again, she's one of those women that we can talk about in modern times, which is she's such a strong leader.
Yeah.
And she does, you know what, I think the difference, and men are great leaders too, obviously. I mean, we have so many great leaders on Long Island, but I think the difference of a female leader, what women bring to the table, is she does it with such humility and grace.
Yeah.
I mean, she is just so kind. And her staff loves her, which is always a good,
I mean, we know a couple of her staff, one-on-ones, and they're always like, Debbie's so sweet,
she's so great. So anyway, Newsday continues that tradition.
Yeah. This one is cool, though, because her father founded the New York Daily News, and she worked for him as a reporter, but was fired by her own father after a lawsuit regarding a mistake in one of her stories.
Listen,
Can you imagine?
Never go into business with family.
I know. Exactly.
Don't go into business with your family. Don't go into a financial situation with your family. This is my, I'm just going to call it a tea tip.
Ooh,
I just made that up.
That's a good.
This is my tea tip of the week. Family, it's a
hard no for me.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Because my daughters are always like, I'm going to work for you at Discover Long Island. I'm like, you would be fired.
Because you'd make a mistake in a story.
Well, plus they would be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, you can't talk to me that way, you're fired.
Right.
Sometimes I wish I could fire them now.
Right.
Like, at home.
Kids can't.
I'm like, you know what? You're fired.
Go to your room.
Talk to you later. Love you.
XO.
So that's funny, though.
That is funny. We have Joan Whitney Payson, co-founder and owner of the Mets.
Okay, so that's cool, talking about sports.
Yeah.
Right?
New York Mets. I mean,
the
that's
New York
amazing.
Mets, a woman co-founded the Mets. But, I mean, this was also a really pivotal year in sports for women.
Yeah.
I mean, the Super Bowl.
Yes.
There were two coaches. I think each team had a coach, and then there was the first ref that was a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's happening.
It is. It's amazing.
It's crazy. And good for these ladies for having the courage to, and the skills and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine.
Yeah. Cool. And so it's
awesome.
nice to know that New York kind of started that tradition in sports with the Mets. Are you a Mets fan?
Yeah, but I'm not really a baseball fan. like especially, I don't know. Well, it would be Mets over Yankees.
Yeah, so this is a big deal in New York and on Long Island. This is one of those nuanced things, right? Yeah. So, again, where I come from in Arizona, there's like only one Arizona team for everything, except for college. Like college is where we divide.
Right.
So people, like I went to Arizona State, and people will be like, oh, that's awesome. I love the University of Arizona. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, don't talk about the University of Arizona. We are not the same people.
Right.
Okay? We are mortal enemies. But here in New York, there are like multiple sports teams for everything. So
I wonder why.
Because it's huge.
It's New York. Yeah, I guess.
It's huge. But there's the Mets and the Yankees.
Right.
So
the Jets and the Giants.
The Jets and the Giants. And people are like die hard over these. The Islanders and the Rangers.
Yep.
You would think that every Long Island would immediately be an Islanders fan.
And it's funny because it's if you're this kind of fan. So you're a Mets, Islanders, and Jets fan. And then you're a Giants, Rangers, and Yankee fan.
Oh, really?
That's how it rolls.
They divide like that.
Yeah. It's so, and they're diehard.
And what is the deciding factor of that?
I don't know.
How is it different counties, different shores?
I'm not too sure about that.
I just wonder, like, what makes people choose?
Spill a tea.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Write into us. We need to figure this one out.
Listen, tell us. Maybe we could do, like, Catherine will put this on social. Which are you? Yeah. Which fan are you? We'll put that on there. But I really wonder, like, how people, like, it's easy when you grow up and that's the only, whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or the Arizona Cardinals or whatever, that's the only team. But here you're like, and they're all close. They're all in our same market.
It's crazy.
How do you choose?
It's crazy. I don't know.
I don't know either. I have T-shirts from all of them, I think. I'm just a fan of New York.
I just love
New York. So I'm like,
New York.
Giants, Jets.
Yeah.
I don't have anything Rangers. I am a diehard. I will say, because I love Long Island and the Islanders are our team, that I'm a diehard Islander fan. Yeah. So that's the one where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, nothing against the Rangers, but for me, it's Long Island all the way.
Yeah.
Because that's our one professional team, and they're coming back.
I know. That's so awesome.
Speaking of Miss Vanderbilt Belmont.
Right. Didn't they... when are they coming back? Like, they just announced it.
They just announced that the Islanders are going to come back to Nassau Coliseum, where they've always originally played. I want to say it's like March 10th.
Yeah.
Of course, that is at a lower capacity. So people are obviously pumped about that.
So many people are pumped.
Which is amazing. But they're building a brand new state-of-the-art arena at Belmont. It's called the UBS Belmont Arena. And it's going to be the new home to the Islanders starting next year. And let me tell you, having come from a market where we built several new arenas and the surrounding areas like entertainment, it is going to be awesome.
I know.
And it's right next to Belmont Raceway.
Which is so awesome.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, I'm pumped to be an Islanders fan right now. It's a good time to be an Islanders fan. So anyway, and I'm sure... we should find out like what women are involved in that, because I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time in history, I think, to be a woman.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you feel like and maybe it's because we're from New York and there's so many groundbreaking women in New York in history, but do you feel like that there's a ceiling for you?
I feel like, I don't know. I think you're right. I think New York, we are groundbreaking. We're in New York. Yeah. I think it's amazing. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, in this day and age, at least in where we live and in our world, I don't feel that there's a ceiling.
No.
I really don't. I feel like, women have a shot to do, a shot to do whatever we want.
Right.
And I feel... and I'm thankful to the men and all of the people in the community that feel the same way and say, we don't care, woman or not, whoever's the best person for the job.
Right.
And we want to lift everybody up in the community.
Definitely.
And I feel like there's a real focus on that these days.
Oh, for sure. Especially this year, like you said, with Kamala Harris. It just raised the bar for everyone.
And the sports and there was a thing the other day that the first woman was not elected, but hired to be the president of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
Wow.
In D.C.
Wow.
First woman in like the 107-year history of that organization.
That's insane.
Can you imagine?
No.
I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, I've never thought of it, but wow, how cool. And cheers to her.
Yeah, definitely.
For paving paving that road too. But women, we're up and coming. And look at our team.
Watch out, world.
Yeah, at one point our team was all women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we're always like,
it was getting weird.
That Beyonce song. We're like, who runs the world?
Girls.
Yeah. Sorry.
Girls.
But it was getting weird, and we finally got some.
There was a lot of estrogen. Anyway, it's been a crazy busy week, and I'm just again watching. When I was watching from afar, such a cool feeling.
Aww.
To talk about how great everybody's doing.
I'm so glad you liked it. I was like stressed out a little bit. I'm like, I really hope you're okay with it.
Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, no, you guys, everybody does a great job here. And then it came back, and it's been like insanity.
Oh my God, nonstop.
I know. And we're whittling down we're going to bring a new person on.
I know.
And I'm so excited about that because every time you bring a new person on, like, tweaks the dynamic a little bit.
But in such a good way.
Yeah.
Everybody, shines.
I know.
Awesome.
Okay, so what else is going on? What am I missing?
Wow, what are we missing?
Is it tea time yet?
I think so.
Are we good? Or do we kind of, we're going to be talking about women in history.
All month long.
All month.
Yeah.
So we have, please don't, hate mail us.
Right,
you can if you want to.
We're not disregarding anything.
We have other women to talk about. But also, it's good. We're going to talk about it all month. So if you have other ideas or women that you want us to talk about. Oh, what was cool as one of the other things we did get reached out to about Eagle Scouts because the 2 first female Eagle Scouts were just announced from Long Island.
That's
right?
awesome.
So Catherine got this great email. So we were going to talk to that lady too. And get some more information on the Eagle Scouts because it's happening today. Women and girls, not just women, girls are making history literally every day.
It's so awesome. I love it.
Yeah, as the mom of 2 daughters, I feel like, again, the world is their oyster.
Yeah, definitely.
I really do. I'm
definitely.
Like, they can do and be and accomplish anything they want or set their mind to.
Yeah. And you got to, if there's a fight involved or, you got to fight for what you want. And that's okay.
Yeah,
you'll get it.
You have to speak up.
Yeah.
Right. You have to speak up. You have to make sure that you have a seat at the table. You have to, lean in.
Yeah.
Did you read that book, Lean In?
No.
Sarah, oh God, what was her name?
You loved it. I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just about, women sometimes feel like if we speak up too much, in the past anyway, that you're seen as overbearing or whatever. But there's a way to lean in and have a voice.
Right.
And not be, and still control that perception.
Right,
and she really talked about that. So it's a great book, Lean In. But you have to lean in. You have to take your shot. I think that so oftentimes, I think another big nuance in business anyway between men and women is that men will be, when a big position comes up, men definitely have more confidence to stand up and say, I'm qualified for that. Exactly. I can do that. I've got this. And I think a woman, even in at the same level, is oftentimes like, oh gosh, I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure I'm the right person.
Then it becomes competition.
Yeah. Or it just I think that women think more about themselves and don't want to overstate their skills.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, they're like, oh gosh, should I do this? Am I qualified? We question ourselves.
Yeah,
more.
Exactly. And I think that goes back to you before when you're like, do you feel like there's a ceiling? I think it's more of a questioning yourself,
You did that this whole throughout the 5 years I've known you. I've been like, Sharon, I'd like to give you this responsibility and this promotion. You were like, I'm sure. And I'm like, for 10 minutes we talked about it. And I was like, I've already, talked to so-and-so and so-and-so. We all think you can do it. Yeah. This is what we'll do to support you and make sure that you have the resources and skills that you need. And then I'm like, you could, because you hesitated. So I was like, listen, sleep on it. Go talk to your husband. You were like, no, I'm good. By the end of the conversation, you're like, no, I don't need to talk to anyone.
I got it.
I'm good.
Got it. Thanks.
I got it. So, but I do. It's that first. It's that
initial
first instinct to say, oh gosh, am I the right person for this? I care enough about the organization or about the opportunity to make sure that they're successful that I don't want to, overstate myself.
Right.
And I think that men have a much easier time, feeling like they are ready for those positions.
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence. Mm-hmm. So anyway, and cheers to that. And let's all aspire to be more like that.
Yeah, definitely. What I mean? Absolutely.
So anyway, I like talking about herstory, as Alyssa would say.
So cool.
And all these ladies. So we'll talk more about them. But if you have any comments, or suggestions, feel free
to write in.
Definitely.
Definitely.
So then I guess we'll say, You know what time it is, Sharon?
What time is it? I thought we got it set up. I'm already in.
Okay, it's tea time. All right.
We mess that up all the time.
But you know what? It was so cute watching you and Catherine and Bree do it.
Aww.
And I loved seeing them in their like tea time merch.
Their merch, yeah.
Spill the tea on there.
So cute.
I just love our team. I know I always say that, but it was so cute how much everybody loves what we're doing. Oh, the funny thing is when I went back to Arizona, I bought like a ton of merch to take back to my family. In fact, I was going to take in a whole other suitcase.
Just to bring them merch.
Literally all of our belong stuff. And I took everybody I saw there, like everyone's now walking around promoting Long Island tea.
Right. I love it.
Spilled the tea in Arizona. And I took a onesie for my new nephew.
Yeah.
It was so cute. And I took my little sister one of our belong shirts. And everybody was immediately wearing it all week. It was so cute. And then, but my sister came out and she's like, God, the quality of your merch is so good at these shirts. They're so soft.
Yeah.
The sweatshirts are so soft and good. And that's the one thing I will say is the quality of our merch, like these mugs. You know, we only align with the very best like makers and local artists, and our stuff is, I'm just telling you, it's good.
It's high quality. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we do a lot. I know our team literally goes in research for this. Yeah. You know, every time we come up with a new idea. Yeah. It takes a lot.
Yeah. I should give a shout out to Nikki, our VP of Partner and Visitor Relations, who like heads up our retail and merch and sources the vendors. She has very high standards.
She does, as well as she should. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we only like source it if we would want to wear it.
Right.
And not wear it obligatory at work, but wear it in our spare time.
Yeah.
So anyway, everyone's wearing the merch, and I was going to say that they were like, the quality is so good. So feel free. And now we have the mugs, so feel free to go online. They're all uploaded. We've been selling them.
I know. That's so awesome.
I know. So hurry up, because actually, I should say they're limited.
They're almost sold out?
No, I don't think they're almost, but they are limited. We only got a small quantity. Yeah. So if you're on the fence about getting one, hurry up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I love that it's all up, and it's beautiful.
I know.
So cool.
I know. It is. It's awesome. So, who do you want to go to tea time first?
I think I would like to.
Yeah. Okay. Do it. All right. Yes.
It's fun. There's two things here. One is that New York Wine Classic has voted. They do their annual vote, and they have rated Pindar in best of class of 2 of their wines, and I cannot pronounce them, so I'm not going to say them on air, but follow us on social, and they will be announced.
It's because I brutally nitpick all of your pronunciations, and it's not nearly as fun when we're not drinking wine.
Right, and I literally cannot pronounce them. I mean, it's amazing.
You showed it to me, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, but it's really, I've had it actually at Palmanock too. Palmanock was rated as well, and there was another one in Southold that was rated. But I've had this certain wine at Palmanock, and it was really good.
I mean, Arizona. I said Arizona. God, Can you imagine? I'm just like coming back. Whoa. But Long Island wines, they're really rated so high. And people don't realize that. They're truly award winning. And, you know, we had Pindar wines on here before. Yeah. And Pindar is, we've talked about, like the largest distributor of Long Island wines. Right. So kudos. Cheers to them. That's exciting.
Pretty good stuff, right?
Yeah. It is exciting. Awesome. Yeah. All right. Are you ready for my tea?
I'm ready.
I couldn't think of my tea because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to already talk about my vacation and what we're doing and in the merch and this. And so, and then somebody mentioned it, or it came to me. I can't remember. Somebody thought of it, probably Catherine. But while I was gone, you know, Catherine put up a survey to say, what do the people, like our crew, our fan base, viewers, you know, like Lady Gaga has her little monsters. Yeah. What is Beyonce's fan base? Do we know? Does she have a fan, anyway, so we were trying to figure out what ours were. And I was like, let's ask the people.
Yeah, let's
poll.
Right?
And so we did a poll, and I'm obsessed with what the winner, so what our fans are, our, not even fans, but our cohorts.
Listeners,
our people are going to be called are the hot teas.
Yay, I love it.
The hot teas, the hotties.
The hotties.
Right?
It's so
I
cool.
love it. I thought
That's
that
awesome.
was so clever. Catherine came up with that. And T-Tribe was
Running
a distant
up, yeah.
a distant second. But it was the next one that was up. So, I mean, maybe we could do both. Who knows? Later on, you could be a T-Tribe or you could be a hot tea.
Yeah.
And so I was already thinking of all the fun merch.
I know.
That says hot tea on
cool.
there. I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. Summer's only 15 days away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Spring is supposed to be 3 weeks away.
It's amazing.
I'm starting to see my grass again.
I know.
The
Finally.
snow is melting.
Finally. The sun was out and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's over 45.
Yay.
We are living our best Long
convertible
Island
weather.
life. Right.
I'm like, let's do this.
Exactly.
I know. I'm excited. No, you can see the sun and you start to see the ground again.
It's starting to get stay lighter later.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Although it's still funny. Again, it's just two different worlds, that I come from. And driving around the parking lot here, whether it's the grocery store here, just that there's just a giant mountain of snow.
Mountain.
In the middle.
I don't know. What do they do with that? Why don't they just, I don't know.
It's hilarious.
Like Target parking lots? They're you should go snowboarding in there.
It's literally a giant mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're white, but sometimes they're just completely brown.
Told you it gets yucky.
You did tell me that.
I did. I'm like, after a while, it's disgusting.
No, it's beautiful. And then it melts. And then I'm like, what is this?
Right.
Lingering giant.
Black, gross pile of snow.
So, okay, it's fine. It'll melt. It's melting.
I think we'll get there. Yeah.
It's melting as we speak.
Yeah.
And spring, the cool thing is spring's around the corner.
Yeah, which means what else is going to happen soon? Summer. But I'm actually this is a teaser.
Oh.
Our artist that did the wings in Port Jeff
yes.
is going to start her Long Beach wings soon.
I'm just in time for spring.
Yeah. Long
Beach Boardwalk is so epic.
It's awesome. Oh
and
my gosh.
Those wings, if you have not seen our angel wings yet that have depictions of the east end of Long Island a lot are in Port Jefferson.
Yes.
Village. And they're so cute. They're on the wall of Salsa, and everybody takes pictures of them and puts them on social. Catherine will probably put a picture of them because we're talking about them on the podcast. And so now we're going to do them
in Long Beach.
On Long Beach.
So excited.
In Nassau
She's so
County.
excited. Long Beach is so excited. I mean, it's awesome. I've been collaborating with all of them the past few weeks to try to get a good week of good weather that she can be out there. And we finally decided it's going to be soon.
And that's going to be the ones in Suffolk County and Port Jefferson are kind of hidden on a little sidewall.
Yeah.
It's kind of a unique gem find that you have to know. And I like that about it. But this one is going to be high traffic, high profile area.
It's awesome.
I mean, it's going to be amazing. I think you're going to see them everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. And she's gotten a lot of press on them.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All over the place, which is awesome.
I don't have a teaser. I have no idea.
You did. You said we're getting merch.
We're getting merch. Okay. And then we're going to be covering Long Island women in history. We're going to be talking about female winemakers.
Yes.
We will drink wine.
Yes.
Starting next week because I feel like we need it.
We need it. We do.
I mean, we're not funny without it.
Right.
But
it's easier when there's wine.
Yeah.
Involved. Yeah. Or brewery or whatever.
Or Moscow mules.
Or vodka.
I'm gonna get you to like mules like you didn't like champagne.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just have to make it correctly for you.
Yeah, because every time I've had it, I'm like, oh, disgusting.
Yeah. No. Okay. We'll work on that.
All right.
And I wonder what it is that you don't like about it.
I'm not really a beer drinker. I'm such a wino.
Yeah, but I don't.
I think it's I don't know.
Because it shouldn't be beer. It's cucumbery.
I've had it. So they've ginger beer.
Oh,
isn't it right?
Oh, I guess so. Ginger. There's some ginger. I'm thinking cucumber, but that's that ginger.
Yeah.
Is it ginger beer?
That's how I've had it. Was ginger beer.
All right. I guess I have no idea what's in any of my
drinks.
drinks.
We should make it on an episode.
Ooh. Okay.
That'd be fun.
I wonder if we have any women breweries or ginger beer makers that we'll work on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we should cover for this episode? It's been good. It's been a nice catch up.
Yeah, it is.
It's been a nice catch up. I'm glad to be back.
I'm so glad you're back.
Yeah.
I can just selfishly say that.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're back.
Oh, I totally missed you, and but thank you so
awesome.
much for filling in and for, again, just carrying everyone, and I thank the team.
Yeah, they're
everybody
amazing.
stepped up so that I could go and do pink Jeep tours and
which is awesome because you have to
gaze at the Grand Canyon.
You know, we're finally at a point in we're almost normal again.
Yeah, you know what? And honestly, as more and more people get vaccinated, it's such a hopeful time.
Yeah, definitely.
So please, if you're listening, get vaccinated if and when you get the opportunity so that we can return to normal because these businesses, we need it. Yeah. I mean, these businesses that have suffered for a year, our partners, our hospitality workers, our airline workers, it's just, they've really kind of gone through it and it's what we need to get back to normal. So I'm hopeful. And I think it'll be in time for summer vacations. And for us to have an epic Long Island summer, I am so pumped.
So pumped. I am so pumped.
Yeah,
I'm literally counting the days.
And I'm not usually like that, but I think this year, because we missed a lot of summer last year, and we've had a big winter, which has been awesome. Right. So, all right. So here's looking forward to summer, and here's looking forward to next week's episode. Yay. Make sure you DM us or reach out to us on any of our social media channels or send us an email. And we'll be talking to our hot teas.
Yay.
A lot.
I can't wait.
All right. Tune in. Thanks, Sharon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.